is this guy cute or what? He's also such an easy project. He's perfect for beginners, and he's also a great quick project for more experienced felters. You can add a ribbon and use him as a hanging ornament, or you can just leave him as he is. Either way, he's adorable. Okay, let's get started. Here's what you'll need to complete this project. You'll need a felting mat, carded core wool, carded light gray, white, blue, and black wool. Felting needles, I use size 38, but size 40 is fine too, and any shape will do. A small pair of scissors, and optionally you may choose to use finger protectors and a needle holder. Okay, ready to get started? Let's go. If you choose to use the needle holder, all you have to do is line up the needle with the little groove in the top piece and insert it into the bottom piece, and then just felt normally. For the finger protectors, you would use them on your non-dominant hand. You would put one on your forefinger and one on your thumb, and then you'd hold the wool between the finger protectors and then felt with your dominant hand, and that would protect your fingers from the needle. I don't use either finger protectors or the needle holder, but it really is a personal choice, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Okay, we're going to take a piece of core wool and we're going to start to roll it up. So you want to roll it up fairly tightly as you can, and then tuck in the ends as you go to form a ball shape. It doesn't have to be a perfect ball. And then we're going to start to felt it. So we want the fibers to start to knit together, so you want to go in fairly deeply with the needle. You're just going to keep going around, felting it down until the fibers start to knit together, and you're going to get a piece that holds together by itself. So if you're not wearing finger protectors, be careful of your fingers, and just keep going until your piece of wool starts to solidify. When you get to the point where you feel it's firm enough, then you're going to start to add wool on one side. So we want it to be kind of an egg shape. And to do that, we're just going to add wool on the bottom. So the narrower end is going to be the penguin's head, and the wider end will be his body. So you can see I keep adding wool only on one side to build it into more of an egg-like shape. I just keep felting it around until you're happy with the firmness and the shape. Now I'm going to take the felting needle and I'm going to felt around the penguin between the head and the body in the neck area in a straight line. I'm going to go straight down with the needle and put quite a bit of pressure on it. Point is to start to differentiate between the head and the body and to give it a little bit of definition. This is going to help with the shape, and also it's going to help us visually add the surface color, which is the next step. Now it's time to add this surface color. So I'm going to take a piece of my light gray and I'm going to lay it flat against the penguin's body. And I'm going to hold it pretty firmly against his body, and I'm going to start felting. So I don't want to use that much pressure here. I just want to attach the wool to the body. I'm not using as much pressure as I would when I am making the core. So I'm going around and around, just attaching it to the bottom. I'm using the line we made, the line between the head and the body, as a guide. Now I'm going to do the same for the head. I'm going to use the black wool for the head. So I'm taking a piece of black wool, just stretching it out a little bit, and then I'm laying it against the penguin's head, and then I'm going to felt it down. So the firmer you place it against the core, the more defined your line is going to be. So I'm just going to continue adding pieces of black wool until I am happy with my head. You shouldn't be able to see anything, any of the core beneath it. And then I'm going to clean up the edge a little bit between the body and the head. There's just little areas where it's not quite so even, and just with a little bit of a touch with the needle, I can clean that up. So now this is my favorite part. This is when I start to smooth the penguin. So I'm just using really, really, really light pokes all over him to smooth him down. This takes a while to do, but it really is worth it in the end when you get a really nice smooth surface. So I'm showing you here what can happen if you poke too hard at this stage. You get those dimples. This is what we want to avoid when we're smoothing out a surface. We want those really, really, really light little pokes. That's what's going to give you your smoothest surface. So fast forward a little bit here. I've been working on him for about an hour at this point to get him to look like this. Nice and even and smooth and ready for the next step. Now you're going to take a piece of white wool, a fairly small piece, and you want to sort of form it into a strip. And then you're going to place it against the head in a bit of a curved shape, kind of like an upside down U, and then you're going to felt it on. So don't worry too much about how clean it looks at this stage. The whole point right now is mostly to just get it felted on and to get it attached. But you can kind of clean up the edges a little bit if you see some little bits poking out. But again, don't worry too much about how it looks on the edge. Right now, we just want to get it attached in the center. So then I'm going to go down to the join between the head and the neck and kind of make a little corner with my needle there. Pull it across and then felt it down in a line. So keep going across. We're going to make another corner there. And then a line. Keep poking in the edges as you go. And then that little bit of leftover you have there, that can just be felted down. We're going to put another strip on to cover all that. So you can just kind of like felt it in a little bit to hide it. So now I'm putting another strip on the same way in a kind of inverted U shape and then felting it down. This one doesn't look as clean as the other one, but no worries, I can clean it up later. Just keep poking it until it's attached and then form another corner there at the edge and felt in all that loose wool. So now we have the basic face of the penguin. Our eyes are going to go in the middle of each of those white circular areas. And I'm just spending a little bit of time now to clean it up. I'm going to go around the edge and in the center just to smooth it all out and make it as even as possible. You can also trim threads if you want at this point. I usually trim at the end, but if you have any that are sticking out that you don't like, you can always get rid of them now. I'm putting a little bit more white in the middle. It's hard to tell, but I could see a little bit of black through the white there, and I want to cover that up. And then I'm also putting a little bit more over the bottom edge just to clean it up. Again, what I'm doing here is just cleaning up the edge a little bit. I'm just putting a few fibers along the edge to make it a bit sharper. I'm pretty happy with how it looks now. I've felted it for a while, cleaned it up for a while, and it looks nice and even. I'm pretty meticulous about these things, so you don't have to be quite as concerned about how perfect it looks at the edge. Really just spend as much time on that as you want to. So now I'm making a little depression for each of the eyes when we put those in, just to give me an idea of where I want it to go. It's going to go pretty much in the middle of each of those circles. Then I'm going to take a little piece of black, roll it between my finger and my thumb, and then I'm just going to place it right on that little depression and felt it right down. So it's up to you how big you want the eyes to be. Remember that when you poke it down, it will shrink a little bit. I'm going to do the other eye. And then poke it down. It's already looking really cute. Next, I'm going to take another little piece of gray wool, light gray wool, and then I'm going to roll it in a little sausage. It needs to be pretty small because you want this to fit in that little black area between the eyes. So this should be fairly small. I'm going to put it right on his face, and then I am going to felt it down around the edges. I always like to get the edges cleaned up first, and then I work on the surface a little bit more. Just speeding it up a little bit. Really depends on how cleanly it's rolled up. If it's not quite as clean as you'd like, you can pretty much fix it as well as you want to when it's on his face. So I'm just giving it a couple little final touch-ups there. And I'm pretty happy with how he's looking. Okay, it's time to make the wings. I'm taking another piece of light gray wool and I'm going to roll it up in just a loose ball and then start felting it directly onto the mat. So when you're felting on the mat, when you're felting something flat, you're going to flip it over a few times. Felt again, flip again, until you start to get a nice flat piece of felt. So then I'm going to start shaping it a little bit. I'm going to hold it between my fingers. This is where you have to be really careful if you're not wearing finger protectors. You can easily stab yourself here, and I've done it many, many times. Just be really careful. And I'm kind of just shaping it into a bit of a point. And I'm going to put it down again. I'm going to keep flipping it over and felting until I get a nice smooth little piece. Cleaning it up a little bit again along the edges. And it's slowly taking on a loose triangular shape. Also, you want to remember to leave a tuft at the end. This is what we're going to use to attach it to the body. I'm just trimming it a little bit. Now I'm going to attach it. So I'm using the tuft to attach it to the body, and I'm just going to felt the tuft down, give it a little bit of definition, and then keep felting until any of those join lines disappear. Then I'm going to put the other one on and then attach that down. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time cleaning both of them up. So when I'm happy with the placement, this is when I start to do my finishing work. I'm just going over and over it with very light pokes and smoothing it out. You can see how it's slowly getting smoother and erasing any of those lines that show the join. Looking smoother and smoother. And that's pretty much where I want it to be. So there he is with his wings on. Now I'm going to put his little hat on. I'm going to take a little bit of my blue wool and I'm just going to place it directly on his head in kind of a circular shape and then felt it down. It's kind of just like when we put the face on. You don't have to worry too much about the edges at this point. You just want to get it attached and then we can go over the edges after and clean those up. The edges actually will be covered by a little white brim, so it's mostly just the top that I'm going to work on smoothing out a bit here. Now I'm going to take a piece of white wool and kind of form it into a bit of a rope and then lay it around the bottom of the hat and then attach it. I'm going to go around until I run out of wool and then I'll put another one on. So I'm just taking another piece and I'm just cleaning up that back area where I don't have quite enough wool. And just tucking in the ends and cleaning it up. Then I'm going to take another little piece of white wool, roll it into a ball, and then I'm going to place it directly on the top of the hat, and that's going to be his pom-pom. Use the wispy little ends to felt it in and just go around the edge so it looks like a nice spherical little ball. Just spending a little bit of time here cleaning up his hat, smoothing it out a bit, making sure I'm happy with the shape of it. Now I'm going to do one of my favorite things, which is giving a little trim. Just take those little pieces off, those little fuzzy pieces off, clean him up a little bit. I always feel like they feel better after having a little trim. And he's almost done. Such a cute little guy. One last clean up with the needle. And your penguin is finished. What a cutie. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, everybody. I have lots more to come, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked what you saw. I hope to see you next time. Bye.